The book that I'm going to share with you today is The Young Man and the Sea by Rodman Philbrick. The Young Man and the Sea is about a brave 12-year-old boy named Samuel Beeman. He's called a little skiff though. So it all begins when his mom dies and his dad starts he starts drinking a lot of beer and just watches TV all day. But sometimes he doesn't even do that. He just stares at the ceiling. And Skiff, he has to take care of his dad. Skiffy's dad used to fish for a living, he was also known as the best bluefin tuna catcher in his town. But he quit fishing because the mom died and he got really sad. He started not taking care of the Mary Rose until one day it sunk. Skiffy needed help to get it out of the water, and he got help from a 94-year-old man who actually built the boat. The 94-year-old man used to be is still a good friend with Skiffy's dad. They got the boat out of the water, but there was one problem. The engine stopped working because it went underwater and is not waterproof. And the other problem is that it costs $5,000 to fix it. When Samuel, or Little Skiff, was 9 years old, his dad got him a little boat, or a skiff. He was planning to use the skiff, and to save lots of money for the engine, he would not buy lobsters. He would use lobster nets to catch lobsters all summer. But there was one problem. Little Skiff started placing traps to catch the lobsters. But one day he found out someone was cutting the traps. One night he decided to sneak out and see who was doing it. Apparently it was Tyler Croft, who likes to bully him. The problem is that it would take forever to get the lobster traps at the bottom of the ocean. One day Little Skiff went to the harbor and saw people gathering around to see a bluefin tuna who a guy caught, and there was this Japanese guy who was gonna buy it. Little Skiff found out that if he catches just one bluefin tuna, he would get a lot of money. He could buy a new bike, or even buy a new engine. So Little Skiff decided to catch a bluefin tuna and to sell it and buy a new engine for the Mary Rose. But there was one problem. He didn't have a harpoon. So one night he decided to sneak out and take Mr. Woodwell's harpoon. Little Skiffy went back home and got some peanut butter sandwiches and bait. Also, he got hit the harpoon. So now he went 35 miles away from shore, and he got caught in this really hard fog. He couldn't see anything, but he started using the bait for. He started using the bait for. Well, so that he could do it sooner. He put the bait in the water, and then he started attracting the small fish. And then the bluefin tunas came, and he started harpooning them, but he missed them, and he scared them away. Until one big one came. So little Skiff, he was so silent that it couldn't even hear him, and he focused on the bluefin tuna. Then he harpooned him with all his strength, and the bluefin tuna got hurt really, really bad. So he made him go underwater and back up, and but little Skiff managed to get back on the boat. But he was still the bluefin tuna was still harmed. So the bluefin tuna kept going really fast, and the boat kept going with it until it ran out of energy. So the bluefin tuna ran out of energy, and there was some bad news. The engine lost the fuel. So, not the engine. Yeah, the engine. So he had to paddle with his own arms, and he was bleeding, and he couldn't even feel his arms or body. He did that more than 12 hours. And then his dad and Coast Guard found him. Little Skiff survived, and he was on the news next day. This is what the news was. Small boy harpoons biggest fish. Portland Press Herald, the largest bluefin tuna taken by harpoon in Maine waters. This season was caught by 12-year-old Samuel Skiff Beeman Jr. of Spinney Cove. The 900-pound fish fetched a record price, but very nearly cost young Beeman his life. After harpooning the trophy tuna and securing it to his 10-foot skiff, Beeman ran out of fuel and rowed from Jeffrey's Ledge to within 5 miles of shore, a distance of 25 miles, in unusually heavy fog. The Coast Guard cutter Reliance and a number of commercial fishing vessels had been searching through the night for the young harpooner when he was found by his father, Samuel Beeman Sr., about Fin Chaser, a private tuna boat owned by Jack Croft of Spinney Cove. Mr. Croft reports that the boy was badly dehydrated by the time he was discovered, and that he had apparently been rowing without pause for more than 12 hours. The boy was treated at the Maine Medical Center in Portland and released the next day. He is expected to make a full recovery. In the end, he got to fix the Mary Rose's engine, and his dad changed. but Little Skiff got punished. He had to help Mr. Woodland around his house. But also, Tyler Croft got punished too.